Alright, hello there guys, and welcome back to another Python tutorial. In this Python tutorial we're going to be going over try and accept statements. So that's to check whether, say, you've input a number and whether it's actually an integer. So you can't like go in and type hello world and have it do try and do a calculation of hello world plus something else or whatever. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to call a variable value, and we're going to have that as an input, and it's going to be a double line. So that's how we're going to know that we've got that line of input. Then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go calculation equals value times 2, and we're going to print calculation. So if we go ahead and run this code, you'll see that it does throw an error, but I'll just wait and let you guys see that. So to begin with, if we run this and we go, say, 10, it'll work fine. 10 times 2 is 10 times 2 is not 10. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, so so 10 is considered a string because of the value being because the value not being defined as an integer. So say we wanted to go ahead and change this, we'd go say int. And now if we go back to console and run it again, we then see that if we put in 10, we get 20 out because 10 times 2 is 20. Whereas if we put in, say, something, it would throw an error because integer is not, something is not an integer, and so you can't times something by 2 as such. Alright, but if we go back to our code and think about ways that we could implement this to change. So we could go while true, try, and it's going to try this, and if it's working we want to break, except, so this is in the case that it's not true or it doesn't work. We want to print please input a number. So what it's going to do is it's going to run through this loop here infinitely until it reaches satisfactory result. It's going to try this line here, check whether it's an integer. If it's, say, a string, it'll go down to the except and print this line. Otherwise, if it's true and it is an integer, because we're checking by this, then it will break and carry on with the code below. So let's go show this working in practice. If we go ahead and run this again, you're going to see we have this. So I want to type something in here now again. You're going to see it says please input a number. I can type in something else, and I can type in 10. And then you can see that it works because those there are not integers, and so they're all being returned as errors. So that's a way that we would use to error check whether this try and accept is working. This is the way you error check inputs to make sure users can only input integers, and so they can't go and input invalid results, IDs and stuff. And that's what I'm doing for my banking program that I've used previously. I have made it so that you can only enter a number for your ID number, no, not your ID number, your money, how much money you've got, and your phone number. If you don't, then it won't accept it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for anything to do with try and accept statements. Obviously there's a bunch of different accept, so you can go like accept value error, or IO error. I think the other ones are this runtime error, all of these different types. Obviously I'm not going to run through them because you'll have to go and research them yourself, unless I decide in the future to go over them. And there's also IO error. But yeah, those are pretty much the ones. I think there's also type error as well. Those are the ones that you can use. Obviously it's throwing an error because I've put them all into one line, but you'd use one of these here, depending on what you're going to check for. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Alright, hello there guys. You've obviously made it to the end of the video, so you've obviously enjoyed it or had to watch the whole thing at least. So if you could consider subscribing, that would be a great help to my channel. If you have any suggestions for future videos, make sure to drop them in the comments below. Like the video to show your support to me so that I know whether you like the content that I'm making.